When we think of the Rolling Stones, we think dirty, greasy rock and roll. We think blues. And we think of a melding between the two, sometimes infused with additional elements of both roots and Americana music. Over the years, the Rolling Stones have certainly flirted with other genres like pop, psychedelic, reggae. But perhaps the last musical genre we will think about when we think about the Rolling Stones is Baroque. And yet, early in their career, the Rolling Stones actually did flirt with this genre. It was incredibly unusual for them even back then, and even more unusual for them now.
My sweet Lady Jane, when I see you again, your servant am I, and will humbly remain.
Hello, this is TJR, and if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If not, welcome back. Lady Jane was released by the Rolling Stones in 1966. It was featured on both the American and UK versions of the album Aftermath. Unlike previous Rolling Stone albums, Aftermath would be the first album by the Rolling Stones that would feature no cover songs and would instead be made up entirely of original songs. The song Lady Jane combines both Baroque with folk and pop music and features a distinctive finger-picking guitar style performed by Keith Richards on acoustic guitar, contrasted against Brian Jones's performance on a dulcimer, which is a stringed instrument similar to a zither. The song also features harpsichord by musician, composer, and arranger and producer Jack Nietzsche, hopefully I've said that name correctly, who would go on to win an Oscar for co-writing the song Up Where We Belong. Written by Mick Jagger and Keith Richards, Lady Jane was partially inspired from Mick Jagger, who had only recently just read the book Lady Chatterley's Lover. This fact, however, did not stop the song from garnering other interpretations and discussions regarding its inspiration. One interpretation is that it is about Lady Jane Grey, a historical figure who briefly ruled as the Queen of England for 9 days in 1553 before being overthrown and executed. In which case, the lyrics of Lady Jane might be painting a picture of a doomed love affair. Other interpretations conclude that the song was about drugs, with Lady Anne being code for amphetamine and Lady Jane a reference to marijuana as in Mary Jane.
My dear Lady Anne, I've done all I can. I must take my leave, for promised I am.
Another interpretation is that it might be about Jane Seymour.
Say what?
No, not that Jane Seymour. We're talking about the third wife of King Henry VIII. She was one of the few wives not executed, but died at childbirth while bearing his only son. Another possibility is that it is about Jane Ormsby Gore, a British woman Mick Jagger was involved with. Mick Jagger himself has stated, "I don't really know what that's all about myself. All the names are historical, but it was really unconscious that they should fit together from the same period." From my perspective, the song tells the tale of a young man who is betrothed to a noble woman, Lady Jane. He has 2 other lovers and is now informing them that he can no longer see them anymore because, as the song says, life is secure with Lady Jane, and he doesn't want to mess up a good thing.
Wedlock is nigh, my love. Her station's right, my love. Life is secure with Lady Jane.
Personally, I feel that Mick Jagger is employing a little bit of wry humor with this closing line. He is taking the cliche of the female gold digger and saying, well, really, in the right circumstances, I might just give that a go myself. but lyrically speaking, that's how I see it. The song Lady Jane uses a very simple but very effective call out and response motif between Mick Jagger's vocals and the dulcimer played by Brian Jones. Let me demonstrate here. My sweet Lady Jane, when I see you again, your servant am I, and will humbly remain. Or, to put it more effectively, my sweet Lady Jane, when I see you again, your servant am I, and will humbly remain. This brings us to the chorus, which starts with an E7th chord. Just heed this plea, my love, on bended knees, my love. I pledge myself to Lady Jane. It's very hypnotic sounding, that all the arpeggios between Keith Richards' guitar and the harpsichord. Musically, Lady Jane has a wonderful sense of melancholy to it. In spite of how simplistic it is, I find its haunting beauty also wonderfully transformative whenever I listen to it. It feels like it has transported me into another place and time. Lady Jane sees the Rolling Stones expanding their musical horizons beyond their musical rhythm and blues roots, and shows their willingness to experiment with very different and diverse musical styles. This is TJR, and these are my thoughts. Let me know yours. What do you think of this song? Are there any other songs in the Rolling Stones catalog that you think are very unlike the Rolling Stones, that you think might make a good video? Leave a mention in the comments. As always, if you like these videos, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification icon so you never miss a video. I want to give a big thank you and shout out to my Patreon supporters. Patreon supporters do receive exclusive weekly videos not available on this channel. Everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all stay safe and healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.